Hey everyone, this is Kellen from Electric Wheelchairs USA. In this video, we want to go over a very popular folding mobility scooter that's been in the industry for quite some time. It is called the Luggie Golden Elite, and it's made by FreeRider. Now, the reason why this is a popular folding mobility scooter is because it is not very wide. So with the armrests, they're adjustable in width. We'll show you that here momentarily. But with the armrest pushed all the way in, or if you remove them, this is wide enough, or it's narrow enough to fit into cruise ship doorways, because cruise ship doorways are about 22 inches in width. So this was designed for that in mind. Also, when you fold it down, you can fold it flat. You can put the seat down flat, tiller down flat, and it'll fit underneath of your bed in your cruise ship. We're gonna get into it and show you more about the Luggie Golden Elite. So I really just want to give you more of a kind of an all-encompassing picture of what this looks like. And you can see there's anti-tip wheels here on the back. That's standard on a lot of mobility scooters, so it's just going to prevent you from tipping backwards. Your freewheel lever, which is also standard. So right now you can't push the chair because it's in that drive position. You can push this forward, and now it's neutral, so I can actually push it, but it actually has some tension, and it's because it's turned on. And you can see it's flashing. It's because it's in the freewheel lever, but if I turn it off and push it, there's no tension. It's a lot easier to push. You can't operate it though when it's like that. You have to put it back into drive, and if I power this on, now you can accelerate the throttle, but you can't push it because those electromagnetic brakes are engaged. So just something to point out to you. We got the seat here. There's only one seat size to this. Another thing that really separates the scooter is that it can support 320 pounds of weight. Now, the seat width is it's between 15 and a half, 16 inches. The depth is about 15 inches. Now these armrests are adjustable, so you can adjust the width between them, or you can remove them completely. So I'll adjust the armrest just to kind of show you. I would assume that if you are 320 pounds, you know, you're high 200s, 300, if you're under the weight capacity, that seat width is probably going to be narrow for you. So you can adjust these armrests. So you can see there's a little knob here. I can just pull it down, and that's the furthest out that I can extend this. Or as I said, I mean, you can remove them. You don't really need the armrest. That's a preference. But say you do want the armrest, and you needed more distance between the armrests, you can extend it out pretty far. Actually, this side's extended a little bit more. So let me extend this one out. Whoops. All right. So now we've got them adjusted to the furthest position. So if I get the measurement at this point, furthest distance you can set them out, the distance between the armrests, we're looking at 21 inches. So just keep that in mind. I'm actually gonna put these back all the way in to the closest position towards the seat. A distance that a lot of people like to know, this is just another measurement. From the floor to the top of the seat, we're at almost 23 inches. If I'm looking at the floorboard to the top of the seat, it's about 19 inches. Now you can also adjust the seat height. So right now we have it at the tallest setting, and in order to adjust it down, got this red lever here. Use the same red lever to fold it when you're folding the scooter, but you press that to get to the next lower level. So this puts the seat height down. So at this level, floor to top of the seat is about 21, and then from the floorboard of the scooter to the top of the seat, we're at about 16. So just to give you that measurement as well. A lot of times people ask that. Now, I like that you're able to adjust it down pretty low, because I think that helps with shorter riders. And I'll show you another adjustment. So on the tiller, you can adjust the angle of the tiller. So there's a little hydraulic lever. I can pull this out, and then wherever I find that positioning that I want, I just let it go and it locks into place. So you have the ability to adjust the angle, and then you can also adjust the height. There's 2 clamps here, so it's a telescoping tiller. So I can put this down, locked into place. That's the lowest position. So let's say, for example, you are very short, or you need this for a child. This could work for someone smaller. I just like to point that out because we do get asked that sometimes. Now, conversely, you can ride it if you're tall. So I'm going to adjust the tiller and height using these same clamps. So I'm going to adjust the first one up, lock it into place. Second one up, lock that into place. So you can see it gets pretty tall. Now we still have the lowest seat height, so I'm going to adjust it up to the higher height. So now we're at the highest height and the highest setting for the armrest. I think that's a bit high for me, but now I'm going to sit in this just to give you a reference. So I use the example of how it could work for someone that's short. I'm 6'4" in height, so I'm pretty tall. And at the tallest height on the seat, and then the tiller, I can adjust it. So it's adjusted an angle furthest away from me, but right now it's at the tallest height. Like, this is too tall for me. So I would push this down probably to about right there, and this is more comfortable. So this wouldn't bother me at my height. I would say, like, you probably don't want to be taller than me. I would say 6'4" is probably like the max height for this, where you'd feel comfortable, but I think this is fine at 6'4" to ride this. So you can be, relatively tall, you can be relatively short, and I think the scooter would work fine for you. Now also, I'll say with the armrest, I had them at the adjusted position all the way in. So it was actually kind of snug. I would have adjusted them out a little bit for me. Now, let's go over the controls. So we've got a power button here. So this is how you power the scooter on and off. So there is no key. The handlebars, it has a ambidextrous tiller, so you can accelerate forward or backwards with just one hand. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you could do that. And I'll show you on the left side. You just push opposite directions to go forward and go backwards. You've got a horn button right here. And then here is your speed control. So speed control dial, if it's turned all the way towards this rabbit, you're going to achieve that top speed of 4 miles per hour, but you can also adjust it all the way down to the slowest speed. And the amount of pressure you put on the throttle will also determine how fast or slow you go. Another thing about the handlebars, it's kind of unique, is when you fold the scooter, you actually have to turn these in like this, and then they will the handlebars come in. So this is like when you fold it, but when you unfold it, you pull the handlebars out and then you just twist them in place and then they lock into place. So they come out a little further. So pretty cool design. We are giving away a free mobility scooter. Now, from the past of doing this giveaway, this is an authentic giveaway too, guys. We're actually giving these away to real people. This is not something that's set up. We give these to real people that actually subscribe and comment on our videos. But what we're finding is that a lot of times people are hard to get a hold of, and we want to give away to people that are supporting us. So moving forward, if you want to be eligible for this, all you have to do is comment on any video, subscribe to our channel, and then once you've done those things, send us an email at giveaway@electricwheelchairsusa.com. We'll put that on the screen, and then put your username of your YouTube name, and we're going to verify that you subscribed and you commented, and we'll have your email, so then we'll be able to let you know if you are one of the winners of our next giveaway. So just wanted to share that with you. Now on the front we have, they classify it as a 3-wheel scooter, but it is 4 wheels. It's just the front 2 wheels are close together, so kind of mimics like what a 3-wheel mobility scooter would be. But a unique thing about the scooter is it has this Omni suspension, so it does provide some give when you're riding over this, and we'll show you on this concrete here. There's like some cracks, so it's not 100% even. So I'm going to go over some of this to sort of show you how the suspension works. But for now, I'll just demonstrate by just putting some pressure on the floorboard. So you can see it works even when you're turning, the way that when you're making turns or hitting bumps where it might throw you off slightly, it absorbs that. Now, getting on the scooter, I think this is an important thing to note too. The best thing to do is, I would not put my foot on here because it's 3 wheels. So if I put my foot on that and put on my weight, it could tip back. But if I'm going to sit on, I would flip up the armrest. And it's an aluminum alloy frame. It's really durable, especially on the seat post. I can plop down on here pretty hard and it's not going to really matter. So you just kind of come up with the armrest, pull it up, and I could just sit down pretty hard. It's not going to phase the scooter, so don't be afraid of that. So to charge the scooter, we got a charging port located right here. So this is where you would charge it. And when you're flying with an airline, because it's airline approved, you have to remove the battery and bring it on. So I'll show you how to take out the battery, but I want to make sure that you know that the standard battery is a 10.5 lithium battery, which is airline approved, and it actually gives you about a 15-mile range, or up to 15 miles with the airline approved battery. Now, if you wanted a battery that was that gave you more range, you can upgrade to a 16.5 lithium battery. That gives you a 22-mile range, but that one is not airline approved. Now, if I take this out, I just pull this little tab back and I can lift it out, and you would take this on. It weighs about 5 pounds. You can charge the battery off of the unit. You would put it in a portable docking station. So it's just this really lightweight docking station that has a cord. You just plug it into the wall and then you insert the battery into it, and you can charge the battery off of it, and then once it's charged, you can bring it back out to your scooter. But that is an optional accessory. Now, to put it back in, I'm just gonna set this in first and push it all the way in. There's a little lip right here, and I'm just gonna push the back part of the battery, so this is now locked securely into place. Now, let's show you how to fold this, and I'm just going to demonstrate what I would do. So you can fold it with the armrest on, but I would just take them off, especially for flying with it, or if you're putting it in the back of your car, Depends how much space you have. I would take the armrest out, me personally, but you don't have to. That is a preference. So I'm going to take these off, set them to the side. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to adjust this tiller. So remember, there are 2 clamps that you can adjust to slide the tiller all the way in. So we're at the lowest position now. And I want to adjust these handlebars as well. So twist them like that, so they're adjusted all the way in. And then the same hydraulic lever that I used to adjust the angle, I'm going to use that to bring this all the way down. So right here is a clamp, another clamp. I'm going to adjust this all the way down, let go when it's pretty much right against the floorboard, and then I'm going to use this to lock this into place so this is secured and doesn't jump around. One other thing, because it's a button that you use to turn it on and off, make sure that you turn that off when you fold this down. So after you do that, I would fold the seat back down. The same button to raise the seat. I would put my other hand on this side. Just squeeze this and it'll come down. Now I can, you can do this if you want. I can just squeeze it and it'll just come down hard, like, whoops. So you could do that too, but if you don't want it to come down so hard, grab the front of the seat. So at this point, you could slide this under your cruise ship bed, or if you're loading it into the back of a vehicle, I like this feature. So with the, when it's fully assembled with the battery armrest, it's about 63 pounds. Now, if you remove the armrest and the battery, it gets down to about 50 pounds. Now, if that is heavy for you, one thing you can do is you can, they call it weight distribution. So if I come up to the back of a vehicle, and actually I'll show you that here in a second, but there's a handle here on the front. I can lift this up, and now they're on the back anti-tip wheels, and I could set this on the trunk of my car. So I have a hatchback, so I could set it on here, and then I can lift it from here and push it in, and that distributes the weight, so you don't really feel the full weight of 50 pounds. So you can do that. That's one option. The other option is, well, this one I have to put the seat back. I'm gonna put that back up. And these are 2 latches here that keeps the floorboard secured. So if I flip that up and flip that up, now this can fold. So in order to adjust those, I have to put that seat back up to the seating position. So now that I've done that, now I can fold this. I think the best thing to do is just kind of grab it from here. Actually, I'm going to put the seat back down first, but then I would put one hand back here. My other hand I'm going to put on the front of the seat.
And this is the most compact folded position that you would fold the scooter in, which allows you to put it into the optional hard shell suitcase for traveling. And this will really ensure that your scooter is not going to get damaged. Hey, I just want to let you know real quick, we do have a physical catalog that we can send to you, and it is free. It's not of all of our products, but it is of our top sellers. You can give us a call at the number below and just provide your information to the representative that answers, and we'll get it sent out to you. Or you can also click on free catalog at the top of our website and just fill out that short form and submit it. And once we receive that information, you'll receive that catalog in about 10 days. All right, back to the video.
Now, I'll just show you how to unfold. There's a little pin right here. I have to pull this out. So I'm going to pull the pin out, right? And when I do that, I have these front wheels on the ground, and you can see it starting to separate. and it folds down like that. So if you notice, the floorboard is still gonna bounce around, and that's because I have to lock this into place. So I'm gonna adjust the seat height up. And then I wanna lock these little latches into place. So it's just a matter of hooking that there and there, and now it's not gonna fold. Obviously loosen this clamp using this hydraulic lever to adjust this up. That'll lock into place. And then I'm using one clamp, two clamps, getting this adjusted up to the height that I want. I'm gonna adjust these out, lock those into place, and put the armrest back on. So let's just take it for a little spin and just talk about it some more. So one thing I want to point out is, because it's has a three-wheel design, kind of like a, like I mentioned previously, it is technically four wheels. Got the two on the front. It's basically like a three-wheel. So three wheels have better turning radiuses. Now this scooter has a 40-inch turning radius, so it is very good. But if you're taking this turn pretty fast, there is a possibility you could tip over if you lean into it. So you want to be careful with that. But you can also get these arm extenders that come out on each side, which are basically like anti-tip wheels, so it's not going to tip. You can get those added on. Now, if you get those added on, you can't use the suitcase. You can remove them and put it in the suitcase, but just wanted you to be aware of that. Let's take it for a little spin here. And I want to take it into the grass too. Now this scooter is better for smooth surfaces, but you can ride it in the grass. Like if as long as it's maintained grass, it's level, it would be fine. So I got some grass over here, I'll show you. So this is slight downward slope, kind of hard to tell from the video, but I'm gonna go into this grass, and this is not really, I wouldn't say this is like level grass. It's a little bumpy. So I can go downhill, if you take your time, you can go downhill. Now I can power back up this hill. It's not as smooth. With a scooter like this is really made for just someone that likes to travel, and you have the hard shell case and long battery range with it being airline approved. So that is something to be aware of. I didn't mention about the scooter is that it actually comes with a 7-day free trial that we offer. So the way the 7-day free trial works is you would purchase the scooter like you normally would, and then once you receive it, you have 7 days to try it, but you have to try it inside your home. You can't take it outside, and you have to keep the original packaging. And that's really just to make sure it's comfortable for you and you feel comfortable riding it. But if you don't like it, like it doesn't fit you right, something like that, it's no problem to return it. Just give us a call, we'll send you a prepaid return label, then just package it, send it back, and then once it's received, as long as there's no damage and it's packaged correctly, you'll get a full refund. So really it's a risk-free way of trying the scooter out. And that's how confident we are with this Luggie brand, or the FreeRider brand and this Luggie series. So this is the Luggie Golden Elite by FreeRider. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. We're open every day. Phone number is 1-800-682-9444. You can also visit us at electricwheelchairsusa.com online. And hope this video is helpful, and you're able to learn a little bit more about the Luggie Golden Elite. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.